Hello, 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 everyone. How are you doing? It's your sis, Tina Ricks, and we are here for a different format of Self-Love Sundays. This is episode 16, and our special guest is, guess who? It's me, Tina Ricks, today. So we have a little bit of a different format today. It's Super Bowl Sunday. I didn't really want to bother people, so I decided to pre-record this, and we are going to share it. Yeah. Something like that. It won't be as long as usual, but we do get questions in all the time. So I have my papers here. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the questions and answer them. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. And it's, a little different than the way that we usually do it. But that's a good thing. Different is good sometimes. A little bit more intimate, like you're talking to me. So I guess we shall get started. Let me take a drink of water. I don't get to be distracted and doing other stuff, and I have to focus this time, right? So reel it in, ADHD, reel it in. Okay, so here we go. So we're probably going to try to do at least 3 questions. If we, have time, we'll do more. So we'll get started with the first question. Let's see which one we shall choose first. All right. We'll say Miss Jane Doe from Arizona has sent in a question that says, why do you feel you have to compromise? So basically, she's asking the question to anyone watching or listening, why do you feel you have to compromise? Obviously, she doesn't feel she has to compromise. So let's give a scenario. Maybe you are trying to get something accomplished and somebody's like, oh, well, I'm not able to do that, but I can give you this. And it's really not like what you wanted. So you accept it because you think that you're not worthy of this, which leads to the next question. So I guess we'll do like a 2-for-1. Why do you feel unworthy of certain things? So basically, with self-love, you really have to do that work of really learning who you are and knowing who you are and knowing what your value is and what your worth is. And that goes with business, that goes in personal life, that goes in love life, that goes with family. You got to know who you are, what special things you bring to the table, what your great qualities are, what your bad qualities are. If you know all of that stuff and acknowledge all of that stuff, you'll know what you are, who you are, and what you're worth. And you love yourself for who you are. But what people can do sometimes is try to make you feel like you're thinking too highly of yourself, or like you're evaluating yourself at a higher level than what you are, or, that you're not worthy of certain things because look at you. That's literally how rude people are. And you have to know who you are and you have to stand on that. The days when it doesn't feel like you're that person, you have to stand on that. The days when you mess up, okay, you mess up and, you're like, gosh, that was so stupid. That was so fucked up what I did, You have to forgive yourself, okay? And you have to heal. Give yourself some positive affirmations and then get back on the right track. You have to love yourself. If you don't repair yourself, people will continue to come into your life and try to break you down. But if you're really strong, you allow people in. You have to trust people. That's part of this human thing, right? So a lot of people just close themselves off to, I got in one. A lot of people just close themselves off to relationships, new partnerships with people, business-wise, personal-wise, because they don't want to take that risk of putting themselves out there to get hurt. Now, the thing is, you have to know who you are, right? And what your worth is, and you allow people to come into your life. That's fine. You allow them to come into your life, but you have to understand who you are. And you never waver from that, okay? You got to understand your principles, your morals, and all of that. You may meet somebody nice, or if they say they like you, or if they don't, or if they want to do business with you, or if they don't, or whatever's going on. Like, you give them an opportunity to pitch what they want. Then you run it through your filter of who you are, and then you see, does that align with what you're trying to do? If it goes, great. If not, scratch it. That's it. If you begin something and it goes in the right way, and then something happens and then it doesn't, then you, again, run that strange, negative, confusing situation through your filter of your morals, your goals, your negotiables, your non-negotiables, things that you will allow in your life and things that you won't, how you deserve to be treated and respected, and how your time deserves to be treated and respected. And you run those things through your filter again. And then you decide whether or not you want to continue on with dealing with that person or with dealing with this business deal or whatever. I always talk both ways because we get these questions in, and sometimes they're about business and sometimes they're about personal life stuff. So, you know, honestly, you can treat both of them almost the same way, because a principled person has a certain standard of what they will allow, what they won't allow. Okay. But at the same time, you have to have that vulnerability to open up a little bit to allow something in, right? So you're always going to have to be a little vulnerable. Okay. And never feel embarrassed or beat yourself up if something doesn't work and you opened yourself up a little bit. The key is little bit by bit, open up, bit by bit, bit by bit, bit by bit. Okay. Not all at one time. You don't unleash the floodgates on someone and give them your body, give them your, you know, anything in your mind, give them all your soul. You don't do that. Unless you're like, I don't know. Unless you like feel like, hey, I'm gonna roll the dice and hopefully it works out. You know, that I wouldn't recommend that though. I honestly wouldn't recommend that. All right, so we know that we are worthy, so we're not going to allow people to make us feel like we're not worthy, right? Because we are worthy of the best, right? We're worthy of great things, healthy treatment, and as we exchange out something positive, we should be expecting to reciprocate something that is positive back. If you find that you're running into a situation where you're giving out something positive, but what's being returned isn't positive, it's probably not the place that you should be. It's probably not the thing that you should be doing. Okay? So you try again. Maybe try one more time, just for the heck of it. And see, okay, I tried to communicate, I tried to initiate contact, I tried to, discuss or converse this thing with this person as a level-headed person, and it's just not working. Okay, well then it's just not meant to be. Move on and continue on your journey. Everyone's on their own journey and everyone has a right. And we all have free will and volition to how we decide to treat ourselves and treat each other. If someone treats you in a strange way that you're not really sure what's going on, or they're hot and cold, or this it's just strange, don't put up with that. Remember on one episode I said, and this was about love, but we can use this for business too. If you are trying to decode, make sense of, figure out what's going on, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego type of love or type of business dealings, then it ain't for you. That's not for you. That's not for you. So keep it moving. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. All right. You're on a journey, right? So you're going to encounter things, and that's okay. If it didn't work out, it didn't work out. You got to keep moving. And that doesn't mean that you have a problem. That means that you're living life, and it means that you're taking risk, because you have to take risk. You have to put yourself out there. You have to initiate contact. You have to propose things. You have to do all of those things in business, in relationships, all of that. You have to, if you want to grow, you have to put yourself out there. Okay. If something happens that's incorrect, shouldn't be how it should have went, you trust it, what you reciprocated was off, janky, foul, somebody dropped the ball on you, you move on. So that's how you handle that. And that should increase your worth, because you're saying, I'm not gonna allow myself to be treated this way. Okay. So then you move on. All right. So that's what you do. And that's how you continue to grow confidence and love yourself and realize, wow, well, no more of this what if game or what's going on game. Like, okay, this isn't what's happening. This is what should be happening. This is what traditionally should happen in this situation. Gave it a chance. It's not happening. I need to keep going. Okay. So that's how you handle that, and you move on. And that does not decrease your worth. That does what? It either keeps your worth the same or it increases it, because you are realizing that I'm worth this and I'm not going to put up with anything less. Okay. I know what's in here. I know what's going to happen. I know what I want for myself. And of course that person doesn't. So if they give me something that I don't want for myself, I move along. I move along on my journey in business and love and relationships and friendships. That's how that goes. Never sit somewhere to be disrespected. It's just not worth it. Never compromise. Never compromise. Never barter with like your body. Don't let anybody sleep with you or, you know, dangle a carrot for money, and never exchange your body for money. Ever. Never exchange your body for a friendship, a relationship. Never. Everything has to be done in order. And if something sounds out of order and you have to do this in order to get this, you're on the wrong track. You're on the wrong track. Bow out gracefully with respect and move on. What is that doing? It's increasing your worth every time you say no to something that ain't right. That's not for you. That's not what you wanted for yourself. And if there's something out of line or out of order in order to get that thing, that ain't for you. It's for you, but it's not going to be delivered by that courier. Okay? So your blessing and your opportunity is going to come on a UPS truck. FedEx showed up and said, in order to get the FedEx package, you're going to have to like bust it down like Tatiana. I'm good. I'll just keep waiting. I'll just keep waiting. I'm not busting anything down for anyone. Or you're going to have to invest all of this, wait 4 years, and then see if you get a return. And there's some kind of like janky contract to all of that stuff. And just your spirit just ain't feeling right. You better listen to that spirit. You better listen to that inner man. And you better not do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. So wait for your UPS package and don't go ahead and get that FedEx package. It's okay. It's going to be okay. All right. Everything is going to be okay. It might not happen today. It might not happen tomorrow. It might not happen next year. But if you feel that in here and you know that that's the track and what you know you have a calling for and what you know you are capable of and what you know you deserve in a dealing with a business deal or dealing with a person in a relationship, then you stick to your standards and morals and you stick to what you know is true in your heart and never deviate from it. You can hear people out. You can try to, reason with them and compromise in a way that is healthy. Okay, these are things that are important to you. These are things that are important to me. If we're able to do this and take this off the table for now, and you're okay with that and can respect that, then I think we're going somewhere. I think we're going in the right direction. But if you say the things that you want and that person is like not okay with that, or they start acting funny and all of that, keep it moving. Keep it moving. All right. So the next question, you've shared about celibacy. Is that really possible in today's world, especially being in the music and film entertainment industry? Oh, whoa. Okay. So I would say, yeah, I have shared about being celibate, and I believe that it doesn't matter if I've had children or if I've been married before. It just doesn't matter. My way that I live my life, I happen to be a believer of Christ, and I happen to be a follower of the word. And also I'm a very spiritual person. So it's not so much like a religion thing that is written down and so I'm going to follow it. It is that I've realized that when you are completely doing things in order, blessings and opportunities and things just seem to fall in your lap. You know why? Because you're focused on what you're supposed to be focused on. When you compromise with sex, you're really muddying the waters of clarity and discernment, okay? Because you're mixing this pleasure principle in, okay? This is just physical pleasure. You're mixing that in with your destiny, huh? So you're mixing that in with your decision-making skills. You're mixing that in with your, discernment skills, and they're going to be off. There's never going to be a time, 1 in a million, where you continually do those things and then things end up right. It may seem like it's okay, but you're just distracted from what you should be doing. That's my own personal beliefs, okay? Those are my beliefs because I am a believer of Christ and I'm a follower of Christ. And when I do things in order, things manifest in the physical world and everything is aligned. My steps are like ordered better and I stay on track. If I decide to deter from that, things can go bad. So yes, I will stay celibate. I'll stay celibate until, I remarry. That's what I'm going to do. If I do remarry, if I don't remarry, I won't have sex again. Look, I'm like, that's weird. So I probably will remarry then, which is good. You know, you want to keep that inside of a really wonderful bond with a life partner. You don't really want to be giving yourself out to other people because that person's taking some of your energy. It's taking some of your energy every time you lay down with somebody. They're taking a piece of you with them. And I want to keep all my pieces intact so I can continue on the path that God has me to go on. My higher power has me to go on. Yeah, so I do live by that. Yeah, I might have curves. Yeah, I might have tattoos. Yeah, I may have all of those things, you know, but that doesn't mean that I'm gonna bust it down like Tatiana. I know looks can be deceiving, but you gotta start, ladies, wear whatever you want. Wear whatever you want. It doesn't mean that someone gets to have sex with you. It doesn't mean that they get to touch your legs. It doesn't mean that they get to touch your breast or butt. Men too. If you have your muscles out, that doesn't mean that a girl gets to like rub on your arms or anything like that. Boundaries. Make sure that people respect you and your body. And then also respect yourself and know yourself. Don't put yourself in predicaments that are strange. Okay? And whenever you start to get weak, because we do get weak, our flesh is weak. Tell the person, you're really making me uncomfortable because this is an area where I don't want to go into. I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to do this. And I don't want you talking about these type of topics with me because that's not the path. I'm not going to act it out. And you're tempting me in a way that is just completely unnecessary right now. Okay? Because you're not going to get what you want. I'm not giving that to you. That's a prize. Also, if you hold that as a prize, you can focus on all the things that you need to get done in your life. That's a prize. That's like off the table. It's off the table. It's not an option. It's off the table. Now focus on me. Focus on who I am. Focus on what my principles are. Focus on what my dreams, goals, aspirations are. And then decide if that's something that you are actually interested in being part of. You know, take sex off the table and then you'll see if people are actually interested in you. Or were they just lusting after your body? You'll find out. That's one of the best ways to find out. Take sex off the table. I'm not telling you to be a Christian. That would be wonderful. That'd be wonderful. Come join me. But I'm not telling you what to do. But I would say if you take that off the table, you definitely are going to be able to know whether or not someone is really there for you or they're just there to get some sex. Because if they don't really care about you or want to be down with your program, it's going to be quite evident and apparent. Isn't that better that someone leaves and you know, I didn't give them anything. I didn't give up my body or anything. I gave them some time. We talked and, you know, talked about some of the things that I like and all that. Conversation tried to veer through the, you know, what do we call it? The captain of the conversation at the time was the person trying to veer things over to sex. And, you know, you shut it down, you know, and did they continue to stay interested? Did they stick around? Was it months later, weeks later, or days later? You'll find out. Is that person willing to commit to you and commit to that lifestyle as well? You know, all these things are things that you want to put on the table before you get excited about someone hitting you up in your DM, or if you use dating sites and someone sees you on a dating site, all those things got to be clear from the jump. And also, like, just try to not put yourself in predicaments where you could break your celibacy, because the flesh is weak. We are humans. We have normal body feelings, and, you know, we are going to get aroused or, you know, want to have sex or something like that. If you're sitting by somebody that's blowing on your neck and rubbing on your legs and rubbing oil all over your body, like, it's, yeah, that's going to be hard to like not do. So how about you just don't put yourself in a predicament to have that happen? Can someone give you a massage? Yeah, sure. Yeah, they can give you a massage, but can it be like where you're not in a room alone? You know, like, can it be like from a masseuse? Or could it be like a situation where you say, hey, I mean, help me rub my back, but don't start putting your hands all over the place. I have boundaries. And if you're going to help me rub my back or whatever, you want to help with that because you know that my back's hurting or whatever, like, that's cool. But you can't just start getting all handsy with me. I'm not down for that. And if you do, I'm going to ask you to leave. So, I mean, you have to put those boundaries in place because you know where you want to get to, the goal that you're trying to get to. And it's a lot better to know that you haven't given yourself to many different people on the journey to being remarried or being in a serious relationship or being married for the first time or having a really solid boyfriend life partner. You'll know that you didn't compromise your body and feel like you have to rebuild your self-worth because someone ditched you after you gave yourself to them. Just think about that. That's the most intimate thing that you can give of yourself. You can give birthday gifts, you can give your time, you can, volunteer, you can do all those things, but to let someone come in you and share your body with you and that experience, that's really personal. It's really spiritual. And no one deserves that unless they are really committed to being with you and you know they meet all the things that you desire in a person. um, that's just my take on it, man. Because of the way that things are now with hookup culture, if you're really like looking for a long-term respectable relationship, I really do feel that you know you should you know you know hold out. Hold out. That's what I'll say. Hold out. All right. So let's see what else we got going on. We have like, let's see. Especially in the music industry. Yeah, the entertainment industry is one where people dangle a carrot and hope that you'll sleep with them or do something sexual with them. That way you can get the carrot that they're dangling. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Please don't fall for it. It's better that you take a longer time to get to where you want to be with your crafts in the entertainment industry than for you to you know, roll. I always call it like a roll your vagina like dice, or roll your penis like dice, or roll anything sexual like dice, or any sexual acts like dice. Hoping that the person that dangled the carrot actually follows through. That's not good business. That's not good business. That will hurt your self worth. That's way too big of a compromise. You don't have to wager such a thing. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If the person don't want to work with you, then that's cool. If the person don't want to be with you, then that's cool. Because you are going to be the person that you were before they met you. You guys are going to help each other grow. You guys are going to help each other understand one another. And you guys are going to be part of each other's lives and goals and like put in time. You know how you got to put in time before you, um, you know, build up your retirement. If you have a job, so at a company, like you have a retirement package and it takes time to build it up to where you have something in there. That's the same way that it should take time to build up something before they get your goodies. Those goodies are awesome and everyone should not be able to get them. So for the people who want questions answered like these, that's who I'm talking to. If you live a different lifestyle and you do different things, I'm not talking to you on this. Okay. This is for people who want to live a lifestyle where they're trying to really improve their way of life and make sure that they don't hurt themselves by trying to find love or um, you know, trying to pair themselves up with someone else, in a way, hoping that it turns out okay. And it's sad because girls, they date and guys, I'm a girl, so I'm probably going to talk about what happens with girls more. So yeah, you date, you put yourself out there. You think this guy is like really into you. He's been talking to you, asking you stuff, asking you how you did, how this, how that, and all that. Okay, so you're like, well, it's been like 6 weeks that we've been talking, or whatever, even 2 months, or whatever, and I'm gonna go hang out. I trust him at this point. I'm gonna go hang out at his house. I'm gonna, hang out or whatever. In your head, you're like, I don't plan on doing anything, but if something does happen, I kind of like am into this person now, and it's like been like 2 months or whatever, right? So you go and you guys sleep together, and then you don't hear from him. Maybe his phone's dead. Maybe he doesn't like me. Maybe he needs some time to think. You just gave this person your body. You already gave them your time. So that's already a violation that they're all of a sudden not communicating with you, because your time is valuable too. Your time is valuable too. So you already wagered with time. You already gave something, right? Then you gave something, the ultimate thing. You gave your body, and now they're like, Crickets. Might even block your number. Woo! What a mess. So, those are things to think about. You don't want that to happen to you. That scenario should not happen to you in your adult life. Like, you should not have to deal with that. You shouldn't have to deal with that. Try to roll with the tribe. Run the person through the tribe. Try to have a gatekeeper. Make sure that somebody else meets this person. Anytime you do all those things, you're increasing your worth in their eyes. You already know who you are and what your worth is, but you're increasing your worth to them. So they're like, oh, I got to go through this. I got to do this. I got to do this to get to her. Okay. So make sure you belong to a tribe. Make sure you have somebody that's a mentor, a family member, an elder in your home that can, meet this person before they get full access to you. That's the best way to do it. A lot of times the relationships that you see work and the respect that you'll see a man have for a woman is because he had to go through some channels before he was able to actually get her. So it's good to have a gatekeeper, and it's good to have a tribe. And if you don't have those things, one of the things that you can use always is taking sex off the table. It just works. You don't have a gatekeeper. We got orphans. We got people that have single parent homes and all that. You don't have a gatekeeper. We have people that are widowed. You don't have like a conventional gatekeeper, or you come from an abusive home, you're a foster kid. You don't have nobody, but you do have the power to close your legs. You'll be amazed at how much that works, how effective that is. Close your legs. No sex. All mental, all spiritual. And wow, this show was kind of, I don't know, because I'm just sitting here talking to the screen and answering the questions. So I don't know how this is going to turn out. But I mean, those were answers from the heart. They weren't pre-thought out. I just got the questions and answered them. And I answered them from like my perspective of what I do, because they were kind of like asked to me. So that's kind of how I live my life. So I'm sharing that with you. See me in a sexy photo. I'm not giving you any pussy. Excuse my language. I'm not giving you any vagina. You see me in a video or doing something performing, I'm not giving you any vagina. So what we can do right now is just go ahead and have that clear on camera that you're not getting my vagina because you see me and you think I'm pretty. It's not happening. It's not happening. Sorry. It's sealed. Okay. So, so updates, things like that. We have the Tina Ricks music project. We have some other projects in the works. Okay. I might like dibble dabble a little information here, dibble dabble a little information there on them. But when they are solidified and we're like, go, then you'll start hearing more about them. Okay. We have the cooking show. We have, just look on the page. There's little things that we're dropping here and there, and we'll go full throttle whenever it's time to go full throttle. My higher power's time is always the best time. So that is what we go off of, even though we have plans. Sometimes things halt, or sometimes other things take precedence over that. But also remember that we have the 8-part docuseries, Music and Mental Health, okay? I want you guys to go to the website, thoughtpositivemedia.com, and check out the Music and Mental Health docuseries. You can also watch it on the Facebook page. And also we do put some of the episodes on the IGTV page. So just look for anything that's IGTV, and it's probably an episode of Music and Mental Health or Self-Love Sundays. Self-Love Sundays will be uploaded to IGTV, YouTube. No. I don't think we go to YouTube yet. We will. But it goes to the Facebook page, Thought Positive Media Facebook page, Instagram, and it's not on the website either. So I'm going to put those things on the website and on YouTube so you can have easier ways to access it, because everyone isn't on Instagram and everyone is not on Facebook, right? Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap. We are hiring. We are hiring for the Tina Ricks Music Project. We have many positions to fill. We have dancing positions to fill, choreography, modeling, actors. So that's a man, that's a woman, teenager, child, all of that. We need all of that. I don't care what race you are. I need you, okay? Singers. We need singers. Yeah, we got some interesting things going on. We need some singers. If you are in the arts, creative arts, theater arts, hit us up, okay? Hit us up. Send us an email. Let me see if I can put the email in here. Let's see. All right, so I want you to send us an email to Tina Ricks Music and Film. Tina Ricks Music and Film at Gmail. Tina Ricks Music and Film at gmail.com. Don't send it to Get Help at Better Path Counseling. That's a completely different company. Okay. So send it to Tina Ricks Music and Film at gmail.com. So the company is, let's see, show. Bam! There we go. So there you go. So the company is Tina Ricks Music and Film, right? And then the next company under that is Thought Positive Media. Okay. So music typically will fall under the Tina Ricks Music and film, movies, anything that we're doing, anything with film that's like a film production is going to be under Thought Positive Media. So you haven't really heard a lot about Tina Ricks Music and Film because the Tina Ricks Music Project would be the first project that's going to come out under Tina Ricks Music and Film. Yeah. And it's a music and film. It's going to be a visual project. So we don't have a date to release it. Well, we're thinking first quarter, but first quarter is over in like less than 2 months. So we're hoping to get it out this year. That's what we're going to say. But we don't want to rush it. There's no point in rushing anything, okay? If you want quality work, you take your time, you cast correctly, you edit correctly, you film correctly, and you get a great product. So the goal is to touch people's lives with some of my story through art and involve people in it. So it's not just about me. So we want to, use different people from dance, from acting out little scenes and stuff like that. So it's just going to be it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Okay. So so that's underway. If you want to be part of that in any kind of way, film crew, lighting, sound, choreography, dance, models, assistants, all of that kind of stuff. Snack run boy, snack run girl, all of that. If you have a facility that you're like, this is a good place for you guys to practice, you can use this facility, anything like that. We are in Austin, Texas. Okay. So if you're in Austin, Texas area, Central Texas area, New Braunfels, San Marcos, all that kind of stuff, and you have an area where we can probably do a lot of this practice, and let us know. Let us know if you know a great film crew that could do great with filming these scenes. Let us know. All right. So I have my own film crew, but if we're filming so many different parts, we might want to use, contracted workers so we can get stuff done instead of just one person having to do everything because there'll be so many scenes for this thing. All right. Okay, guys. Well, take care. Enjoy the Super Bowl. All right. Peace, love, and light. And I'll see you next Sunday. I hope that you enjoyed this episode. It's a little different for me. So any feedback would be wonderful. Okay. Take care. Peace, love, and light. Bye-bye.